to have such a superb season for them, it will be in the back of their minds. And if you go through the home and away season undefeated, how disappointing would it be to go out backwards? So that's a real test for the Swifts today. And this woman here with the ball, Kim Green, she's the key to it.
And she gets us underway here, finds Prattley with the first centre pass, and then Cox comes flying through. She's got her hands full today, Casey Williams. We know the star of the competition, Casey Williams is, but we're about 4.5 seconds in, and I can already just detect a little bit more confidence and some more intensity from the Swifts that they lacked already in the first major semi-final.
And for someone who's playing, or making her start for the first time with the Swifts, is Christy Durham. She's already into the game and hustled and bustled to the top of the circle, got in good feeding position, put a confident ball in. So great start for the Swifts. Magic now need to reply.
See Jodie Brown there, always looking for Van Dyke. Van Dyke has got McClymber as the matchup. You can see her with her hand out the back, wanting the lob pass over the top. And Brown last week gave off 18 of those assists, which is a record ever in the competition for a goal attack. So you know what their plan is, just get it to Irene Van Dyke as often as they can.
Which is a pretty good game plan. She's the most accurate shooter in the league and shoots a lot of goals for them. So most of the attack play will come through Van Dyke.
Prattley went outside the circle to Durham, who spoke a lot about in the pre-game build-up, has never started in an ANZ Championship game, only played forward quarters. Great sign there. Cox gets her second goal, her first goal I should say, but it was from long range. Slick movement from the Magic. And Van Dyke opens up her account. In fact, that's her second, and she's coming off, as you said last week, 41 out of the 46 attempts that she put up last week, shooting at 86% again.
Sonia McClymber is another key for the Swifts. She has had a brilliant season, but last week was quiet against Borrego. When the Swifts beat the Magic a couple of weeks ago, she was just outstanding. Absolutely shut Irene Van Dyke down, kept it to 27 goals. So the Swifts are looking for the same performance from her again.
So a miss from Cox, and then rebounds come out.
So that was a lucky get back from the Swifts. But good transition play. You know, Cox missed the shot and was straight into defence. Important that they continue that.
Confident ball movement here for the Swifts to start this game. They go back to Bully. Probably just weighted that one nicely to Cox.
Yeah, look, confident and patient. Good to see that from the get-go. They're prepared to go back, to go forwards. They're not trying to force it through. That's where a lot of their turnovers came last week. They just forced passes that weren't there in order to get to the post.
Oh, great rebound from Cox. So when you're playing with a broken nose, the last thing that you want is contact front on, but she threw herself at that as hard as you would like, so that'll give her some real confidence.
Well, we know she's having surgery on it on Tuesday, so you know, the worst thing she can do is just have some pain. She'll get a good looks back in a couple of days.
Langman forced to go back, and Durham there just giving away a contact penalty. We've of course got one Australian umpire and one New Zealand umpire in this afternoon's game.
Yeah, that's something that has been talked about all year, and it's something that probably most teams would like to see happen regularly, but don't see it in the home and away season, do see it in the finals, and it will make a difference.
Well, Brown there just desperate to try and get it to Van Dyke, and McClymber said, well, I'm going to sit off and let you shoot, and she's called for a held ball. And
yeah, that was well played from McClymber, did the right thing. I'm surprised that Jodie Brown didn't shoot that. She was well and truly within shooting range. She can pot those ones.
Chance to try and convert this turnover into a score. And Green with the rugby-style pass there. Nearly came unstuck. Here's Durham defending nicely here, the New Zealanders. So they have to be a little patient, which they are.
Good movement then, Prattley to Cox. One of the features of the way those two play is that when they get the ball outside of the circle or outside of shooting range, the first person they look to is each other. That's good play, good direct attacking play.
Oh, brilliant 1-2 action there. And Kath Cox takes it comfortably on the baseline.
Yeah, that was a beautiful pass then from the debutante, Christy Durham, and it was just interesting off camera. I don't know if we can see it in the replay, but Kim Green runs up to Christy Durham and gives her a pat on the back. So that was something that I noticed last week about Kim Green. She wasn't playing well she's giving plenty of lip to everyone around her, but she's also giving plenty of encouragement to her team, and we'll see her do that today.
Grabbing the ball effectively on the baseline, Van Dyke. And an offensive call against
just
Van Dyke.
saw the umpire, Sharon Kelly, indicate that Van Dyke had contacted with the ball, and that's a real line ball call. You know, the defender has to get out of the way straight away, but the attacking player with the ball can't push them too hard out of the way.
It's like an incredibly harsh one, Liz. I don't think I've ever seen it in 2 completed seasons, and Irene has got a good temperament, just turned and smiled, but it's a big turnover. This is an opportunity now. Pratley, difficult shot under pressure. If she makes it, it's 4 in a row to the Swifts, and they've just skipped out now to a 6-2 margin. As we take a look at that replay, Liz, what did you think?
Yeah, it's just really interesting to see Kim Green being so positive and just talking to her younger teammate. She's a leader in this team, and she knows that she's got to make up for last week's effort.
So last week, Thunderbirds interstate, obviously, against the Swifts. Just got out of the blocks early. The game was over. They were fighting back all afternoon and couldn't get there. So the Magic, away from home, can't afford to get too far down. A beautiful take again from Van Dyke. This time, penalty goes her way.
Yeah, she's so athletic. That's the sort of ball that when you're defending her, you think that's going out of court. I'll get ready for the throw-in, and you turn around and she's taken it. She's got great elevation, but beautiful hands as well.
There's the elevation and the clean hands. And the A1 plan works twice in a row. 2 important goals, reducing the margin back to 2. Ali Broadbent sitting on the opposite side of the court. Have you seen things from your vantage point, Ali?
Yeah, look, I'm getting the Swifts bench being very vocal at the moment, and Julie Fitzgerald is yelling out to her defenders to no options in defence. And the girls in defence, for full credit, are doing a lot of pressure on that pass and lobbing to the circle, and the Magic are struggling with that at the moment.
Thanks, Ali. That pass nearly cut off there from Jodie Brown, but the Swifts will get it.
Really liking the Magic defensive unit. Todd and Williams are locking up the space around the circle area, not allowing Cox and Pratley to get close to the post, but Langman and Clark out the front of the circle are really picking up anyone who comes near them, and it's almost a hybrid defence between the zone defence and the one-on-one. Really effective.
Cox only shot 9 from 16 last week, albeit with a nasty broken nose early on in the final last week, as we see a quick pass from Brown to Van Dyke, who shoots so many of her goals from that close range.
Clever pass from Brown. Luke, she just isn't putting enough air under the ball to allow the defenders to have a good go at it. Just a nice, straight, flat pass, and Van Dyke's well and truly capable of taking it.
So we had a break there from the centre pass, going against Smith, I think, and either way, the Magic have come up with it. Early penalty count, significant, Liz?
Yeah, 2-1. And just interesting that the penalty count is coming when the Magic's defensive line is up at the, I guess, the New Zealand umpire's end. So it'll be interesting to see if that swings in the next quarter when the Swifts defensive line is up there.
Nice direct ball there from Brown back to Langman. Green steps out, but doing so, Langman just got her wires crossed with Van Dyke, and she's thrown that one out of court. So they had a bit of momentum going, the Magic, before that turnover.
Just sort of get the feeling that the Magic aren't going to cough the ball up very often. So when the Swifts get it, need to make sure they use it. And that'll be the case for both teams. Really frugal attacking lineups on court.
Mentioned it a couple of times already, Liz, you have about the patient approach here from the Swifts. That's a magnificent pass there. Little bounce ball to Pratley, and she can score from there. We'll get another attempt with the penalty, but last week they just were rushed, they were panicked, they couldn't slow down and really get the game under control at any stage.
Yeah, and I reckon you've hit the nail